Visual.
Welcome back to Second and Short, where the playbook is always open. My name's Eli.
And I'm Hayden.
Second time's the charm, as they say.
Yeah, cousin episode, back-to-back weeks. It feels very quiet and peaceful here, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It seems weird. And originally, I wasn't saying that as a shot at anybody in particular, but the dogs are calm. My parents aren't running around. Naples isn't yelling about something. Naples does have something for us to pass along for him, so we'll get to that. But one of the reasons why we are excited for another cousin episode is the fact that we will be able to, and somebody just walked in and ruined it. No way! Wow, the fact that we're getting this on camera.
Is Jozy back?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. We just started recording.
Did you actually?
Yeah.
Good timing, I guess.
We were just talking about how calm everything is.
Yeah, you'll have to watch back the opening.
Yeah.
Nice shirt.
Hey.
All right, we're pivoting.
Yeah, pivot.
We're getting a Jozy travel episode today. Travel story episode.
Yes. Organic from the motherland? No, that's Russia.
Yeah.
What do we call it? What do we call Ireland?
Land of potatoes, as
the
they
land
say.
of potatoes. Well, not for a while.
Yeah.
For like a
Land of
10-year period, there were,
famines.
hey buddies. For a 10-year period, there were no potatoes there.
Look at this, just in the middle. And for our few audio listeners, they're wondering,
Yeah. What the heck is going
yeah,
on?
what is going on? Bear's messing with the mic. Eli, you want to lift that up a little bit more, the mic. There we go. All right. Wow, chaos and good boy, Bear. We're back.
You do have to rewatch the episode because
That's
was very
hilarious. That
ironic.
was hilarious. I saw a car pull up,
Yeah.
and I was like, I don't think it's Naples after the way he was talking.
Oh, dude, yeah.
And then I was like, maybe Cooper. I had no idea you were back in town yet.
Yeah, I got back last night at 2.
Did you mean to
Jeez.
surprise us then?
Yeah.
Okay, I was gonna say because
Yeah,
I
yeah.
thought you said 2 weeks you'd
Yeah.
be off, but okay.
So we weren't originally supposed to come back until late tonight, but we changed our travel plans because just with the way everything was working, it's actually cheaper for us to travel back a day earlier. So it just ended up working out better that way in the long run. So
Sweet. My first thing, and Eli, we'll get back to what we were gonna talk about.
It's not a
too.
big deal.
No, I do want to get to it too. Jozy, a conversation that I think we've had on camera before is when there's a celebrity, specifically a pro athlete, do you go up to them and bother them? Now,
you know my answer.
yeah, you have the mature stance of like, no, let them be with their family.
What's that?
Is that a Ireland thing? Your
Oh,
time
no,
is
that
like
was just on-
12:21.
Oh, I know.
Sorry.
I must have done my
Yeah,
story.
Josie's of the mindset, I'll let them be with their family, they deserve privacy.
Yeah.
I'm of the mindset, don't be a douchebag, but if you want to casually say hi, like get a quick selfie, I'm not saying start a photo line, but a quick selfie, like, you can do that. We get a text from you saying that you're at the same pub that Big Ben,
Mm-hmm.
Marquise Pouncey, and Ike Taylor walk into.
You know who else was there? I look out the window.
Kiesel?
Max Starks walks by. Over when we were leaving, so it was actually a restaurant. Sorry to interrupt.
You're good.
It was a restaurant connected to a hotel. I think all these people were staying in that hotel that we were in the restaurant of. When I'm walking out the door, we're looking around. I'm like, hey, do you want to walk out through the lobby just to kind of see if there's somebody there? There's a dude sitting there, light-skinned guy, bald head. He's got his glasses on. I'm like, I think that's. And we walk out the door. I look in the window from the back. He's wearing a James Ferrier jersey. It's James Ferrier.
Oh,
And like I knew I recognized him. We walk out the door. I'm like, I should have said something when we were in there.
Was it a big pub?
That one was actually just a restaurant. I mean, there was a bar in there,
Yeah.
but like it wasn't like an actual like, pub
Yeah.
itself. But yes, it was pretty cool.
So you
but
didn't say anything to
I
any
didn't,
of them?
No.
Were
Not
you wearing
even
any
Ben?
Steelers gear?
At that point on that day specifically, no. I may have been wearing a Steelers hoodie, but I didn't wear anything really Steelers up until the game day. So
I was just gonna say I don't know if
I don't know how you're in the same room as Ben Roethlisberger and don't say
that one I was freaking out a little bit, but he was sitting
Hide
with his
your wife.
family. Like,
Well,
oh my gosh.
so
Well.
he gave his life to Jesus.
He did.
Oh.
But yeah, no, it was awesome. So.
I was just gonna say, I don't think I would recognize like Taylor just not being a Steeler fan, but looking him up, he looks pretty recognizable.
Oh, yeah.
Like if I knew, like he's got a big old forehead.
Does Pouncey look as anorexic as he does online?
Dude, I was literally just about to say it. The first person I recognized was actually Pouncey. I turned around and looked. I was like, "That's Marquise Pouncey," and like he's a string bean, dude. He is
It's
so
crazy.
skinny now. I mean, he has that same like Alan Faneca, Joe Thomas story where he's just lost a ton of weight, which is like it's their job to keep this weight on. It's
Yeah.
their job to eat 30,000 calories a day and be lifting constantly. So, but yeah, he's a skinny guy now. Yeah.
Do you have something? You
No.
Yeah. Jozy, you're a better husband than I would be, because if I found out that I was at a hotel restaurant where seemingly a lot of Steelers were staying, I would say screw the rest of the vacation.
Switch hotels.
I'm switching hotels. I'm camping out here. I'm doing what I have to do. I'm not going to see the Irish countryside. So, which I'm sure Kelsey was relieved that you did not have what would have been my reaction.
Well, we went and did that after the, not to give the entire itinerary, but we did that stuff after the game. So we spent the first 4 days we were down there in Scotland, and then we went over to Ireland after, did the game, and then spent a couple days after the game.
How would you compare the game experience compared to? I mean, obviously it's hard to compare to like a home Steelers game because it's a
Did
home
it seem
Steelers game,
as
but-
American as it felt on TV, or were there a lot of Europeans?
It was definitely a lot of Americans. I mean, first of all, it was like 80-20 Steelers fans, Vikings fans. Like
I saw Renegade. Yeah.
Renegade was insane. Like, I got a video of it on my phone as it was going on. It was just like, I panned through the whole thing. First of all, that extra 10,000 to 12,000 people that were in that stadium was palpable. Like, you could tell the difference between, because I think they put it up, there was almost 81,000 there in the actual, the building itself, which I think the Steelers is like 67, maybe something like that.
Yeah.
So that extra like 12, 13,000 people was,
Can you imagine like State
Miserable.
College if they played Renegade?
oh my gosh. Yeah.
Well, I wonder. They should just do a game there just for like.
Yeah,
know
but
what I mean?
there's too many. It's too
You'd
close.
pack
to
110,000 in there for a Steelers game.
Steelers
no
fans,
doubt.
you think, or do you think it's too Philly
What
reliant?
if it is Steelers Phillies game? I mean, Renegade
it would
wouldn't
be
be as cool, but
And it would be mostly Philly fans. It's not really a neutral site. I don't think.
I
Steelers
think
fans
you
travel
get
well,
yeah.
though.
I
Like,
think
they're
you
gonna-
get
But
a,
Philly,
I think
like,
you get a
it's not like
60-40.
it's not like we're talking about a crappy fan base. We're talking
Yeah.
about another passionate.
I
Fan.
think it'd be 60-40.
It'd
I
have
think
to be
Steelers fans
3
would buy
seasons
the
from
ticket.
now if it was against Philly. So
That would be
4
sick
years.
though, to have like a neutral.
But
But
site.
even just, I think a Steelers home game would be cooler because of the things like like it would.
Yeah.
Home games
Yeah.
are more fun than neutral site. If it was like or Steelers like Chargers, just get some crappy. Fan
Well, I mean,
base to play this.
the Chargers back when they were at San Diego, they played Renegade as a joke, and there were so many Steelers fans
Yeah, it
there
wasn't
where
a joke.
it became serious.
Yeah.
I'm sure that whatever media guy was in charge probably lost his job because the joke backfired really quickly. I remember
Always
that.
does.
Were the
Yeah.
Vikings
With the terrible
players?
towel,
Did they go in on Renegade?
The Vikings fans. Or
Players.
just the players? No, I didn't really notice
who did that?
personally.
Seahawks.
I did notice that so I was talking to the guy that was sitting next to me because we did we found better seats because we did seats in front of each other, my wife and I.
I saw
So
that on
yeah.
one of the
So
photos.
as
yeah.
opposed to sitting beside each other, we sat in front of each other and got much better seats because we weren't looking for 2 side by side. It was almost impossible
Good
to
idea.
find 2 side by side because when
So
we got into the
expensive, too.
queue, there were 600,000 people in line to get tickets for this. So I'm shocked we got them in the first place, but we got much better seats because we did that. The guy who was sitting next to me is from Ireland. He is a 49ers fan, and he and his brother and his dad are all 49ers fans. They were at Candlestick. They'd never been to Santa Clara, Levi's.
Yeah.
And he was telling me that they were trying to go through and see all 32 teams represented by like a jersey there. When we were talking, the only one that hadn't seen was the Houston Texans. And then by the end of halftime, when they went out to get concessions, they saw 2 Houston Texans jerseys.
I should have made it
all
33
32
with the
teams.
Oilers too. I
Oh,
want to see
yeah.
an Oilers and a Titans.
But all 32 teams were represented there in some kind of jersey. So like when Renegade was playing, or like at the end of the game with like the interception that didn't count, like the entire stadium blew up.
Yeah.
Because like they just
want a fun game.
They were there for the experience
Yep.
more than they were to vote for like root for us like a specific team. So it was
That's cool.
we did have 2
Would you do it
turnovers
again?
taken back. Yeah. Yeah, it was definitely fun. So cool experience.
The jet lag, which was worse, getting there or coming back? I mean, right now you're probably experiencing some.
Yeah, I mean, it actually didn't hit right away for me. It kind of came like a day or like a day and a half after, where like that's kind of when the sleep was affected because I didn't sleep well on the plane going down. It was an overnight flight, and so I was absolutely dead the next day. I went to bed and literally slept from like it was like 12 to 12. Like I slept for like 12 hours that night, and so like that one didn't affect me too much like initially, but coming back, I feel pretty fine. So
Listening to Roethlisberger's podcast because he was down.
I was listening to him.
Yeah, he. It sounded like him and his wife, the kids, they were all dead once they got there, but then coming back, they felt okay.
Like Spank said, like east to west is the best, and west to east is the least, or whatever.
Yeah, something along those lines. How was Sudden when you came back?
Good. Yeah, she was good. She stayed with my mom. We also video called her like pretty much every night. So we were gone for like 8-ish nights, and we called her. I mean, at least 7 times during that period. So.
Final question, I think this has turned into an interview.
Yeah.
Catch
Throwing a light in my face.
Yeah, catch football at all? Like any other games, or was the schedule weird?
I was gonna mention that later if we as we got into like the content and stuff. It's like there was no. So I have YouTube TV. Okay, YouTube TV does not have service outside the country.
No, Christian hates it. Christian
is garbage.
Yeah.
But so I'm like, okay, go on StreamEast. Not working. Obviously, StreamEast got shut down. Looking for other things online to try to find it. Nothing. So I'm like lost at that point.
I would be having a panic attack. Once again, you're a better husband than I am. It would ruin my vacation.
Well, so I asked after the Steelers game was over. I was like, hey, do you want to try to find like, like a bar or pub, something that would have the game on?
Was that, like,
none of them did.
7 o'clock at night.
That's
think about
stupid.
This.
We play international soccer games at our bars.
Yeah.
They can play a freaking football game.
So game started for us at 2:30. It's 4 hours ish with everything. So like probably 6:30, something like that. I mean, the next set of games would have started at 5:30, right? For you, because that's 5 hours after. No, it would have been 6 because of the 1 o'clock games. But yeah, they had like some soccer, and then they had the Ryder Cup was on, and so like we didn't get to.
Yeah.
So I got back that night, and I wanted to watch
Ryder
some.
Cup was probably huge there with Rory too.
There was one of our first Uber when we got into Ireland. He asked us, he's like, "Oh, are you guys gonna watch the Ryder Cup?" I didn't use my accent there, but he's like, "Oh, are you guys gonna watch the Ryder Cup?" Can you do it
again with your accent, please?
My Irish one isn't great. My Scottish one is decent, but like. My Irish one, I did not pick it up very well. We didn't interact with a ton of. There were so many Americans there; it was insane. So, but I had this stroke of, I'll call it genius. The stroke of genius, where I'm like, you know what? There might be some streamers on unnamed apps. So if anybody's watching internationally, that I found this out. What they'll do is they'll have the game playing underneath, and they'll pretend like they're playing Madden. And so they don't get the video taken down. I was able to find somebody.
Is there a certain Chinese app?
There's one that's that, and then
I was gonna say, I think I've seen that before. Yeah,
there's the one that specializes in streaming. That's a big one. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
And I found a dude doing Red Zone, and so I got to watch Red Zone for.
That's big.
Yeah. The issue was, our 8:15, 8:20
leaves
games.
the country for like a week and a half and doesn't even recognize us.
You Americans.
East Coast.
The game started at 12:15 or 1:15, and so it's like it was late. So I didn't watch the primetime game, but I watched some of the mid-window games before I went to bed. So, but I did get to catch some. So. And then I watched the highlights of the insane Sunday night game that I should have stayed up for, but for us Monday morning
stupid
game.
Ties. Ugh. So dumb. Well, Eli, I didn't forget. We'll probably circle back at the end.
Let's not force it though.
But I want to.
All right, because I was going to say there could be more in a
whether
week or
it's
two.
on or off air. Yeah, but this is still our best chance to talk about it. I think we're talking about college ball. I don't know if you watched last week's episode, but we spent probably 20 minutes to 30. Just college ball. Yeah. And it was spontaneous too.
Yeah.
So.
I'll interject some if I have some thoughts, but again, I'm not really a super college
ball
follower.
So. Naples, as sorry as I am that he doesn't feel good,
Yeah.
I did not want him to be a part of the college ball conversation. So,
Yeah. Because he's just a Ohio State homer.
yeah, and it's bad when he's professing that he doesn't know.
Mhm.
So, yeah, we're, Jozy, who won the week?
Twitch streamers, man.
Yeah,
Twitch
that-
streamers. Honestly,
That's going to be a hard answer to beat.
Yeah. You know what? I'm gonna go with it because I said this before the season started, and one of my predictions is like I think Puka Nacua is gonna have a season where he could like push for that triple crown. As of right now, his touchdowns are a little lacking. I think he only has one, but right now he's leading in receptions, he's leading in yardage, and I think that not that this is beneficial, but like the quarterback injuries has helped him some in his like projection into like the top receivers in the league because it's like Jamar Chase without Joe Burrow is really good still, but not the same.
Yeah.
Justin Jefferson without a quarterback in general is still really good, but it's like he has the most solid situation of all of them, and I think this year he's going to take that jump into like maybe not tier 1 with them, but like the top of tier 2. If they're in that top tier alone, he's in the top of that tier 2.
And you can push that even further. I mean, Tyreek Hill doesn't have a knee.
Yep.
CeeDee Lamb's been out.
Mm-hmm.
AJ Brown, 75% of the game so far has been non-existent. So, yeah, out of the elite wide receivers, guys who probably have a better reputation than him, he is the best wide receiver in the NFL right now. He is one of the first-team All-Pro wideouts. So.
CMC is 8th in receiving yards.
Yeah, everybody's so concerned about Rodgers' injury and CMC injury. It's like, and as of right now, Rodgers is the only one.
What are you?
Did you see that thing that?
Yeah,
Adam
but
Schefter
wait,
put out?
everybody's so concerned about Rodgers. Are you trying to wish a torn Achilles?
I'm not
doing?
superstitious. I'm just a little stitious. So I'm good.
I'm superstitious, especially when our quarterback's still getting blown up. Bums Broderick Jones and Troy Fatano. Jeez.
Did you see Baldy's breakdown of how fast Aaron Rodgers was getting the ball out, dude?
It's bad. Did you see? Did you? So not this past episode, but the one prior. Did you see Ben? Ben hates Broderick Jones, and it's hilarious because some of it is personal because Ben loves Dan Moore, and Broderick Jones obviously stole Dan Moore's job. So some of it's personal, but it's hilarious. Ben just roasts Broderick Jones the whole time. He's like, the left tackle sucks. He's a liability, and
I wouldn't expect that.
It's hilarious.
It's good.
He's not.
I like that, but I just wouldn't expect. But yeah, Ben. Yeah.
I mean, let's be honest. Like Ben had Alejandro Villanueva for a good chunk of years in the middle of his career, and like Alejandro Villanueva was not that good. So like the fact that he's trashing,
He was all right.
Listen, I love him. I have
the
his
Pro
jersey, dude.
the Pro
He was
Bowl
like
was
top 10, wasn't he?
top 12, I would say.
And then he left the Steelers, and he was god awful with the Ravens too. Like
Yeah.
he was
done at that point.
Yeah. And like, don't get me wrong, I like him. I have his jersey of all things. Like,
yeah, but I get defensive of him because people think that his 2 Pro Bowls were all ceremonious because of his military status and standing for the national anthem, and that definitely helped his likeness. But I do think he was genuinely.
Oh yeah, like he played some solid years for sure. So.
He was never like Trent Williams or anything. He was always the Steelers' 3rd best lineman at best.
Yeah, I would say at best.
Yeah,
Because Pouncey to Castro.
And then Gilbert Foster. Yeah, so.
Yeah.
Eli, who won the week?
Yeah, I think I said this last week too, and then proceeded to go with the team. I don't love doing like a team won the week. I just don't get how you don't say the Steelers won the week. Like
It's the first week they outplayed their opponent, and they
so
have
they
a 3-1
look good.
record.
They won. They're 3-1. Lamar goes down. The Bengals continue to
They're
look
a joke.
like they might win a couple more games.
Yeah.
And then the Browns are the Browns.
Yeah.
And it's like it was such a obvious letdown, I guess you could say, after they beat the Packers. I'm not saying like the division is easily the Steelers. I think Naples said that in his text,
Yeah, we'll get to his rants later.
But I do think that they have to take advantage of Lamar being out. I thought Lamar quit on the team at first, like when I was watching it. But I mean, obviously,
I think it's interesting that you bring that up though, because I'm not saying this to slight Lamar, but when he had his contract issues, there were questions about he was definitely not 100% healthy, but was he good enough to play? And
Mm-hmm.
it was, I think, back-to-back seasons where he missed key time late in the regular season. And if he has a contract, he probably does play it through. Now, we're getting close to being due for another contract. I think that probably is being thought about once again with Lamar. And that's not a slight to him. I get it, really, with any player, especially hamstring injuries. Like, I don't know, you got to protect yourself. So I'm not saying that to slight him, but I do think that it was kind of a calculated business decision. But at the same time, the game was over. So, but
Yeah.
Just a bad look.
yeah. Well, Eli, I agree with you. Is anybody going to ask me, by the way?
Who won the week, Hayden?
Thank you. Felt a little left out there. I don't like doing teams either. I want to get a little creative with it, spruce it up. This is the most fantasy leagues that I have ever been in. I am in 8 fantasy
7 and
leagues.
6 this year. It's most of them.
Crazy.
And I went 8-0 this past year.
Nice.
And I am going to humble brag here because, like I said, this is the most I've been in. I've been in a lot. Last year I was in 6. I think I may have gone 5-1 last year once. To kind of put things in perspective, especially for degenerate gamblers like you, like Naples, like Cooper, who's not even of age, but somehow is betting more than all of us.
I couldn't place my parlays over across the pond.
Okay.
He can't sports bet there.
So 8, basically an 8-leg parlay hit, and each of those legs was a toss-up. It was a coin flip. So I won an 8-leg coin flip parlay is how I'm looking at this past weekend, which is crazy.
Yeah.
So
Nice.
yeah, I'm happy. And there were a couple times the percentages. Eli, I know you hate fantasy percentages because they're not accurate.
It's such a joke.
Actually, go for it.
I mean, there's not even much to say. It's just like one dude picks up 10 yards and it's like 70% chance to win, and it's like, well, what happens when my guy picks? It's just, it's not really statistically correct. In
Eli
any way.
and his analytics over there.
It's just not. It's
It
not
drives
good
him
math.
nuts when I
like,
say
just
it.
don't. If everybody just wants to be like, I won a game. Like, I don't know, it's whatever. It's fine. It's just don't look at it.
Well,
It's for
Naples.
casuals.
Yeah. Naples had an 80% chance to beat me in one of the dynasty leagues, and then Jamar, mine, I think.
Yeah,
I think mine. Jamar Chase lays an egg, that helped, and then Bo Nix rushing touchdown for me. Chase Brown does just enough. Finally showed up this season, and I end up going 8 of 8. So
Nice.
I don't know. All my 8 leagues are going well. There's only one that's kind of not going well. That's another dynasty that I'm actually a co-manager with somebody else. But we went 2-0 this past week because it's like you have to outscore the average of the league too. So
Nice.
that's the only one, and even that one, we're only like a game below 500. So
That's big.
yeah, Jozy, who lost the week?
One more quick winner. Sorry.
No, yeah,
I saw this name and it made me think of it. George Pickens, dude. He got himself a contract this week, in my opinion. He's gonna get extended. They let go of Micah. They traded him away. They got the draft capital for him. Like, George Pickens is getting extended, maybe during the season. Like, first time Jerry Jones ever does it right, and like extends him like during the season, especially with CD being out. Like, he capitalized on that, and like he looked like the insane receiver that everybody knew he was at Georgia. So
as talented as he
And
is,
even
I
in
don't-
Pittsburgh at times.
yeah. I mean, when he had a quarterback, he could actually get the ball there.
I mean, it's going to be a 31 to 33 APY.
Hey,
You think?
probably. I mean,
Talent-wise, like, yeah, no question. I think talent-wise, he's just, like, we were naming the elite wide receivers earlier. I don't know. I just would have a hard time giving him that much money.
I mean, imagine actually like having George Pickens and CeeDee Lamb with chemistry with Dak on the field at the same time. Like, that's. I mean, everybody was talking about DK and George on the field at the same time. It's like CeeDee's better than DK, so like.
Yeah, but DK and George, just because they're both specimens.
Crash outs.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Crash outs.
Specimens. But
Dude, DK almost ripped somebody's head off. It's the first time I've seen him crash out in a game. I wouldn't even say it was a crash out. Like, I forget what exactly it was that happened, but like, after one of like the dirty plays, it might have been on the tush push thing that they did. There was like some chippiness, and they called it on the Vikings. But like he was holding somebody by, it looked like by the throat. I think he had it by the pads, but like he was coming in on somebody. So.
Okay. Well, that guy lost the week. I think you might have just
Whoever
fell
that
into your
was.
answer. Yeah,
Yeah.
whoever that DB was.
Mm-hmm.
But
Come back to me on this one.
no.
I'm going Shadur.
Dude, did you see that video?
Yeah, that's the
Miami
reason.
video.
I wasn't gonna say it. I wasn't gonna say he lost the week until I saw that video. It's like the most diva
I'm
thing
all
I've ever
out.
seen in my
Like,
life.
what was he thinking?
It's embarrassing.
And
And
then-
the Browns are gonna get crap for it. So I'm not like saying this because Gabriel's. So one of the reasons is because Lamar's injury too. Like people are poking fun now. It's like, dude, you could have like sat behind Lamar, and like I know they're not the same playing style. He's not as elusive as Lamar, obviously, but you get to sit behind Lamar. You probably get playoff experience rather than being a third string in Cleveland. And then Lamar goes down. I'm not saying Shadur would be the starter, but he might be it with Lamar going down. And then
He's
They-
more of a fit with what they want to do than Cooper Rush is.
yeah, and now Gabriel's getting the start. And then that interview that came out like 5 hours ago, maybe 4 hours ago, is like, it's just so immature. It's crazy.
Yeah.
It-
Yeah, it's wild.
So embarrassing.
Trey Wingo then co-tweets it and goes, "The story isn't Shador Sanders here. It's the media flocking to the third string quarterback trying to get a reaction." And I'm like,
There's some validity, but that's
Yeah.
I'm like, no, that there's a reason why they're flocking to him
Right,
because he's
'cause
an
it
idiot and
works.
he's gonna
Yeah.
do something like. I was like, nice try.
It's crazy.
Yeah, Trey Wingo, he's old. He needs to retire. Hey, I don't even know who employs him anymore, but I saw his.
It's like
tweet.
it's like you messing with your little brother and being like, I'm not touching you, I'm not touching you.
Yeah.
Or like copycat. It's just like, it's just so weird.
And it's so easy there to just say the right thing. You don't even have to mean it.
Yeah.
You can just say, Dylan's my buddy. Like,
I'm gonna still work hard.
yeah,
We're gonna
I'm here to
compete.
push and support him in any way. I like our quarterback. It's so easy, and nobody even is looking for you to be sincere about it. Like,
Looks like Trey Wingo's official title on Wikipedia is Chief NFL Analyst for Pro Football Network and Chief Trends Officer for Caesars Sportsbook. So he worked for Caesars Sportsbook.
He's not
and
doing
Pro
anything
Football
for
Network.
Caesars other than being a face for sure.
Yeah, Chief Trends Officer. Like he monitors trends.
yeah, how
Whatever
big is
the heck that
Caesar's
means.
Sportsbook really at this
Yeah.
point?
They're up there.
I'd say
FanDuel,
Caesars is
DraftKings are
always-
both ahead of them.
Yeah.
Bet MGM, they're probably ahead of them, right?
I would guess so.
ESPN Bet's probably close, if not.
Yeah.
Like that, so they're fifth and trending down. Like
Yeah.
I don't know. I saw that tweet by Trey Wingo and it made me mad. And I like Shador.
Yeah.
I'm not somebody who's just gonna. I would root for him in Cleveland. Like I think that's a cool story. If Pittsburgh would have drafted him, I wouldn't have been upset. But
Not at 21.
not at 21.
Oh,
No. But yeah, stupid. Also, Joe Flacco should request
That's right.
his release, trade, anything. I don't think he's as washed as what he's looked.
Yeah, I don't think so.
I think the numbers are misleading.
It's the Browns offense.
He's thrown some interceptions that are really just punts, which is selfless on his part. But if you're just box score watching, you're gonna say, "Ew, 2 touchdowns to 6 picks through 4 weeks." But
Yeah.
and I don't know, he's better than Jake Browning right now. I can guarantee that.
Oh yeah.
Him lobbing the ball to Jamar and T, that'd be kind of fun to watch. Just
Yeah. I said he won the week 2 weeks ago because he's getting his opportunity in a contract year. And he's not getting a contract anywhere.
Right. You want to go or you want me to go? I'll go. All right. So, first one, you're gonna love this one.
Yeah.
Justin Herbert. Okay, Justin Herbert lost the week. Number one.
Jackson Dart.
No. So, from a completely legitimate standpoint,
That's actually the only reason Jozy showed up today because he wanted to talk about the Jackson Dart Madison Beer tweet.
so from a non drama standpoint, he was a guy who was in the MVP conversation going into this week.
He still is.
He is,
We're 4
but
weeks
he
in.
took a big shot to that, losing to the Giants with a guy who was making his first start. Like, the Giants are, like, they have a good defense. They lost their star wide receiver. Like, there's a lot going on in the Giants organization. They're not a good team right now. Maybe they're on a projection to be a good team. They're not a good team right now. You can't lose that game. I don't think that like red alarms are going off with the Chargers. I don't think there's any reason to like be concerned, but like you need
That
to win.
offensive line's kind of concerning me.
That's true.
You
Yeah,
lose
with all
two
the injuries,
all-pro caliber
absolutely.
tackles. That's huge.
Yeah, no, absolutely, and that could be part of it too. But it's like you can't lose that game, regardless of your plan. If you want to be taken seriously as an actual contender, you cannot lose that game. It's a trap game. It's whatever you want to call it, and then
And just like
for it
that,
to
the
come
Chiefs
out-
are back too.
yeah,
Yeah.
and then for it to come out that like. Yeah, the quarterback who's making his first start posts a picture of your girlfriend on his Instagram story. It deletes it afterwards, but the internet's forever.
I
They're
thought it was
always gonna
fake
find
at
it.
first. I saw it on Twitter, like somebody screenshot it. I thought for sure it was fake or like a different account.
You
posted
can't
it.
lose that game as a man. You can't lose that game. Like, I get that there's other factors that go into it. It's not just quarterback versus quarterback, but you can't lose that game.
I didn't realize how I knew Omarion had that long run. I didn't know he had a good game outside of that too, which makes it even worse.
You see the photo of his mom, Jackson's?
I've seen pictures of her before, or something like that.
Who has the higher body count, Jackson or his mom?
Jeez.
No
comment. No comment.
No comment.
We saw her in draft.
And then one more quick loser. For legitimate purposes, John Mara, hope everything goes well with that. But with all the flack that now he's taking for the field as well, it's like to add that on top of the news that came out recently, that's a big L. So
Who's my quarterback one in this draft?
in this draft,
This past draft?
oh, Tyler Shutt.
Yeah, okay. We'll go with that. Okay.
Yeah.
For those of you who don't know, because now people will be confused.
Will Howard.
Okay. All
Howard.
right. Funny.
Who lost this week,
Who lost this
Aiden?
week?
Thank you. Traditionalist. So I sent you guys a text Monday night. Jozy, for you, that's still Monday Night Football, right?
During Monday night.
Tuesday morning, maybe.
Yeah. When was the Dolphins game in Ireland? Like, was that like Tuesday morning or something?
Yeah, it would have been Tuesday morning.
Yeah. I sent you a text as soon as I saw the Dolphins jersey and just said you. Then I actually looked at it and I was like, I actually kind of like it. But I am a traditionalist. That is not the Miami Dolphins. The Miami Dolphins wear mainly white and then a little bit of aqua or teal mixed in. That is not the Dolphins uniform. And I actually think some of the new uniforms are cool. I think that the Cardinals tortilla uniforms from Thursday, I think those were kind of sick. I like the logo.
Form.
Yeah, I like those. Some of the throwbacks and retro, like the Seahawk. You guys see that we're getting Seahawks Bucks with the creamsicle versus the retro Seahawks jerseys this week. That's going to be
Tomorrow? Is that the game tomorrow?
no
Thursday?
tomorrow's Rams.
Niners.
That's
No.
right. Yeah.
But the Nikeification of the NFL. It was too much Oregon Ducks for me. The Dolphins jersey should not look like that. I am a traditionalist. That looked atrocious. Atrocious for them. I think as a standalone jersey, it looks cool, but I did not like that. So traditionalists, they lost the week. Also, ties. I made a video, and me and Eli have talked about this at length. There are only a few things that I think college football does better than the NFL. Overtime is the huge. This is America. Why are we tying? And don't give me bullcrap about player safety, because we don't care about player safety. There's a reason why we have turf fields. There's a reason why we play on Thursday nights. There's a reason why we're shipping players across the
Extending
pond.
the season.
Yeah, we're extending the season to 18 games. We're putting, not even from a physical standpoint, but just from a danger standpoint. Last year, we sent them into the middle of a gang war in Brazil. Like, do not give me anything about player safety. I'm sure that the players, if you're really that worried, have them sign a waiver. We're done tying. It's stupid. And overtimes in college football are electric. They're not as electric anymore.
Yeah, the stupid
The 2-point conversion rule, I'm not a fan.
I'm fine with saying make them go for 2 after a touchdown.
Yeah.
But yeah,
But back-to-back 2-point
Yeah,
conversions,
that's
I don't like that. Like,
that's a joke.
I don't mind if the game gets super high scoring, because guess what? That results in a good football. I think the kind
And
of
fantasy points.
yeah, facts. And all the touchdown parlays.
Yeah.
The game that kind of broke the camel's back. was the
Illinois.
A&M. Well, I was
A&M LSU.
yeah, the game that was like 72 to 76. It was a basketball score. I get it. You can't have every week like that, but I think every once in a while for college football, that's fun, especially in college. Who cares really about the score? In the NFL, you definitely can't have that every week, but once in a while, who knows? Josie, what was the best, for sure, regular season game of our lifetime, if not just best game period?
Was that Monday night Rams Chiefs?
Yep,
Mahomes' rookie season.
Yeah, Mahomes
Yeah.
versus Goff. Like, that's fine. I'm not saying that we want that every single
Ketchup
week.
and mustard game. Sorry.
Yes,
Ketchup
yeah.
and mustard. Yeah.
But there was no reason for that game to end in a tie. It's stupid. I have said, and I know this does not make sense, and this is a terrible mindset to have. If I were a coach, I would rather lose the game almost than tie. And probably not just because of playoff tiebreakers, but that's how I genuinely feel. Like, how are we supposed to feel?
I'm happy the Packers didn't go nuts after that last second field goal. It was pretty even keel. Like, we made another field goal. It wasn't like I was worried I didn't stay up to watch, obviously, but I was worried that I was gonna see it and watch like the Packers players like run onto the field or something stupid.
Like, I can't stand it, and every year we typically get at least one game that ends in a tie, and I think it's the dumbest thing in the world. Something that I did think about that might be interesting. Green Bay finishes 8-1. Me and Naples
I
have
asked
a draw.
Naples on Monday. He was like, I think it's a push.
Yeah, if they're 500, then it's a push. Yeah. Well, I hope not.
Were they what 2-1-1?
2-1-1. Yeah, one loss to Cleveland and one.
Mm-hmm.
But really, they should be a 4-0 team right now.
Yeah.
So I kind of like it for the same reason I didn't get to say it earlier. I'm not as faded on the rest of the AFC North as everybody else. I don't think that it's a foregone conclusion that Pittsburgh wins the division. I think that it's a foregone conclusion that they should win the division.
That the Bengals won't.
Yeah, the Bengals are atrocious, but I don't know. I'm not ready to count Baltimore out.
Yeah.
And I also kind of like everybody cooling off of Green Bay. I already have one futures bet for them to be the Super Bowl champs. I might throw another on there because the odds have probably gone down even more. Jordan Love, all those Green Bay quarterbacks, the 27th birthday, they won a Super Bowl. So
if you do wait a week because they're on a bye, so other teams will get hyped up, and then they'll probably go down even more.
that's why you make the big bucks.
I don't know about that.
There you go. All right. The brains of the podcast. All right, Eli, we skipped it earlier. What is your special teams moment of the week?
So it just keeps coming like week after week. We're getting some good moments. Again, reminder, looking for something impactful, not just like something cool, and then something pro special teams, not necessarily somebody doing something bad. We got another block field goal, huge, Josh Blackwell. The Bears needed that win. That was like a must win just for Bears fans, like sanity in general. To have that happen, I think, like watching streams with like Big Cat and those Barstool Bears guys, it's like they knew what was coming. It was like, we know this dude's they're going to go down, they're going to drill a long field goal, and then to have it blocked, which it's probably going in, 50-something yarder.
That Rams game, where they got it blocked at the end against Philly, where they should have beat Philly. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah. But, again, very similar thing happened, and I do think the Rams kicker pulled that ball, actually. But in this case, yeah, just nuts. I hope the special teams keeps up. It was hard for me not to go Parker Washington's punt return touchdown because I'm a
you
homer.
should have, yeah.
But that was sick too. But I think like the last second thing, and the Jags won by 5. It was one possession. But great return, Parker Washington, again, Penn Stater, doing all right in the NFL, and but just the last second block field goal I think is big.
I'm curious. If I'm ever head coach of anything, I'm going to recruit you to be my special teams coordinator. Just like if I ever work in a front office, you are going to be my first hire as well.
Oh, thanks.
What's a bigger deal? The fact that Jozy, don't worry, you're my second hire.
I until you said it, I was kind of just having the
third
thought
after
process. I'm like,
you
wait a
forgot
minute.
Naples.
Naples has some pretty outlandish
Eli
dates.
and Jozy, and then nepotism gets Christian to go.
Cooper might be a good high school scout.
There you go. Yeah. Jeez.
That's wild.
Yeah.
What's a
You gotta get that.
We're not
info.
recruiting girls.
I didn't say that.
Underage girls.
I didn't say that.
Okay, so what's a bigger deal? The fact that Philly has blocked a kick each of the last 2 weeks, or that Tampa has gotten a kick blocked the last couple of weeks?
Probably Tampa has got like how you not the Eagles. It's one thing because that's on the opposing team for not like catching, and it wasn't necessarily the same exact thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But for the Bucks, like you gotta tighten that up. Like that's embarrassing to me. Like one thing, fool me once, you know. It's like if it happens, especially as a special teams coordinator, like your one job. I don't know the Bucks special teams coordinator off the top of my head. Now I'm curious, but like that's you have to be shoring that stuff up right away. I mean that's huge in the NFL.
McAfee was talking about it today, and he's like, "That's what a special teams coordinator is. Like you have to self scout and see because typically that's what happened. I mean, block kicks aren't."
Thomas McGuy.
Shout out.
McGaughy. McGaughy.
Okay. What ethnicity is he, Jozy?
African American. Let's say.
Okay.
Yeah.
Block kicks aren't luck. Like I feel like the casual fan probably thinks they're luck. That's really a film study thing. Like seeing, all right, whose step is a little slow, who leaves a little bit of a gap, who gets a little bit lax. That's really what happens with block kicks. And McAfee was like, I would take pride in like hard counts and stuff, and special teams coordinators making sure.
There's a lot that goes into that. I mean, you can get really creative on that side of the ball too.
It's not as simple as just we timed it up.
Yeah,
and we're fast.
I don't understand. One thing I don't understand in special teams, if you have 4th and 1 from like the 50, every single time I'm lining up, if I'm punting a ball, I'm not lining up with my offense out there. I'm lining up with my punt team, and I'm doing like a motion with one of my up backs, and then getting under the line and doing a hard count on a sneak. Like, I think you're much more likely. Like, you throw the offense out there at the 50 on 4th and 1, the D lineman, like, you might be able to get somebody here or there because when you do snap it once in a while. But teams know going in, like, you're not snapping the ball.
It's the same thing where, like, the play clock is at 40, but the game clock's at 10.
Right,
and, like,
right.
you rush up to a line. Like, you have to be so undisciplined.
Right.
Everybody from the sideline is yelling.
But if you get a punt team out there and don't mind a delay game, like, you might be able to get some dude that isn't normally out on the field to jump by, like, having your up back go up to the... Clemson did it one year with Sweeney's kid on a field goal. He, like, they had the... he was the holder, and he went up to the snapper and pretended to sneak in, and they got a dude to jump off sides. But I don't know, there's so much creative stuff.
That's why Eli's going to be my special teams coordinator.
This might not even be what you were referencing with that, but the fact that the Steelers did that from the 40-yard line when just in the previous week Chris Boswell hit a 60-yarder, and he's on a field that's designed to be kicked on. He's literally on a soccer pitch.
With the new footballs.
Like, they had the chance to kick that field goal. They had a chance to kick a field goal on 4th and 3 from the whatever that was from the 5. Whenever they were like down in the end, like
it worked though, so maybe they'll do it again.
I mean, yeah, maybe in pre-games Boswell didn't like kicking in that direction specifically, but like I was like in my own head screaming like, why aren't you kicking this ball right now? He literally just hit a 60-yarder.
Do you think the block had anything to do with it?
I mean, maybe, but that was like...
But again, it's like if it happens once, then it shouldn't.
That was Fryer's guy.
Really?
Yeah. It was a rough game for him. 0 targets and...
Zero targets.
Zero.
I almost tried trading him.
I saw your text message of like he should request a trade or whatever, but I figured it was just because the other guys were getting more targets.
He is such a good tight end, and the Steelers just won't use him.
Is he such a good tight end, though, at this point? He's a good tight end.
He's top 12.
Really?
Yeah. His talent level is
top 12.
Very untapped.
He's not like...
The only concern really would be his concussions, and he's a couple of years removed from anything like that. Not the best blocker.
It's not like he doesn't... He's not like the most sure-handed guy, though. Like, tight end, you better not drop a dang ball as a tight end.
I would say he's up there.
I mean, I think that there's certain times when, like, he gets cold on catches where, like,
Mainly
he hasn't been targeted all game, and then all of a sudden he's expected to make a catch when he gets targeted. It's like, that's very hard to do.
Let's go through the tight ends real quick. Bowers is my number one. We're unanimous in that. Kittle, we're unanimous in that, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's
Kittle. Kittle, Laporta,
yeah.
McBride.
Yeah.
Tucker Craft.
At this point, yeah.
Um,
You're saying better than
yeah. Is
Kelsey's
Kelsey's still better
Yeah,
than
healthy.
him, so 6. Like I don't think that him and Mark Andrews are that far off.
No, but I'm still taking Andrews.
Darren Waller,
I would take Isaiah Likely over him. I don't know if I'm taking Mark Andrews over him.
Dalton Kincaid.
Maybe.
It's a
Talent
similar.
It's just hard
yeah.
to. Yeah, it's hard to.
It's
You
not
could
way
do
up
the
there.
same argument for Kincaid or for
Yeah.
Pat. You can make for Kincaid
Did you
like
throw Tyler Warren out yet?
Tyler
I'd still
Warren.
take
Yeah,
Tyler Warren.
yeah.
I mean,
Dalton
the age
Schultz
thing's
is
a
in that
little
same
unfair,
conversation.
Yeah,
I'd
but
say
also
both
how
Daltons
often is
are-
he getting the ball? I think
Yeah.
Goddard's in a similar. Like
Maybe
I
you'd
think.
say Chief.
Yeah,
I would
Chief's
say
better than
Njoku.
him. So we're at like
Did you
9.
say Evan Ingram? I don't know.
Hit and miss.
But I was gonna say he can't even block really.
Yeah, it's
in
hard
my
because like
opinion.
different offenses, but
Yeah,
Jake Ferguson.
I think that especially the last
AP.
pretty much all of
Offense,
Pat's career, he has been the Steelers' second best weapon, but he hasn't been used like that.
Yeah.
He's been the second best receiver, only to GP,
Mm-hmm.
and I would say that he's a better weapon than Najee or Jalen Warren.
Did you say Hawkinson?
So in my head, yeah,
But the
but-
injuries is
yeah. I mean, me and Eli, this conversation's like etched in my brain when me and Eli were finishing up the top 100. We were like, yeah, he should be over Laporta. Laporta still has to prove himself. He played like 10 games and didn't have a touchdown.
Yeah.
Like, so I don't know, and he wasn't probably 100% healthy, but I don't know.
So did
I
McBride,
love,
to be fair.
McBride also had 1,000 yards and 100 catches, though. So
I've been
it's a little different.
loving Aiden on Colston Loveland. He's been hurt, but
I know, he's been-
love
Colson
I
Love
bought-
me some money.
Yeah, I
Is he
bought.
draft
under.
night? No,
Oh.
on draft night because Tyler Warren didn't go top 10.
I think I drafted him in like every fantasy league because I was like, you know what? If I'm gonna lose money on him there, then I'm gonna make money.
I love hating on him
You want to hear
just
a quick,
because of Tyler Warren.
quick
Such
crazy
crap.
stat? Quick crazy stat for you guys. So of the receivers that have the top amount of targets in the league so far this season, Devontae Adams has the least. He only has a 50% completion, like his receptions to targets. He has a worse completion number there than Malik Neighbors, who Malik Neighbors is obviously good, but the quarterback situation hasn't been, and Tet McMillan. So he only has 17 of his 35 targets have been catches. So I don't know if it's just throwaways or what it is,
Does it have
but
any?
that's
Does
an
he have
interesting.
any drops?
I mean, not typically. Devontae Adams wouldn't typically. I don't know if there's anything to it, but I just saw that number on here.
I mean, we're gonna get a good look at that tomorrow.
Yeah. And then BTJ only has 12 catches on his 32 targets.
Sophomore.
Terrible. Terrible. One trick pony. So
Jozy, what's a game you're looking forward to this week? Do you want us to come back to you?
I'll be honest with you, I don't even know the docket for this week, so let me look it up real quick.
It's been labeled as one of the weaker ones, which
Is
I
it?
don't
Yeah.
necessarily agree with, especially it's the NFL. Anything can happen.
Steelers versus the bye week. That's what I'm looking for.
Yeah.
I'm looking up now, so you go.
Whew. I mean, I'm going to go with the Seahawks Buccaneers. Last week, I said the winner of Seahawks Cardinals was going to get way too much praise. One of those two teams was going to be 3-1 and be paraded as a serious contender in the NFC. I think that's far from the case. I thought that the winner of that was winning the third best team in the division, and they're going to be competing for a wild card spot, which I maintain what I said. I think that the Seahawks are going to be in the thick of things. They're going to be in the hunt until the very last second. Mike McDonald's a good coach. There's some talent, but at the end of the day, I don't think that their talent level reaches other teams in the NFC. We're going to find out. They have a home game. I already talked about the jersey combination. That jersey combination is sick. When I start buying jerseys again, I'm being good with my budget, which is why I've not asked recently. I want a Baker Mayfield jersey. And
The creamsicle.
yeah, which I think is how I might be convincing myself. I was thinking about getting a Baker Brown jersey because I'm like, well, but I would have 2 Buccaneers quarterback jerseys.
It's fine.
You don't think that's a little weird?
No.
But-
No, because because you wanted a Tom Brady Patriots jersey. I was like, dude, I can't buy that.
No,
I can't buy it for you.
I'm
How
glad.
about
Get that on the credit
Great,
card.
Yeah.
fantastic, yeah.
But so we'll see. The creamsicle might
You
save
get a
it.
fraud alert. From
Yeah,
your credit
right.
card
Yeah.
company.
From PNC, like, we can't do this.
Yeah.
No, we can't do
from
it.
PNC, yeah.
But Baker's another one. You talked about Herbert being on the thick of the MVP race way too early. He took a hit. Baker
Baker'd be
Mayfield
so cool.
also took a hit. I was serious when I said that he might be the 5th best quarterback in football right now.
Hard to argue.
Yeah,
I
I
think
think
Jalen Hurts, obviously. They're 4-0. Super Bowl MVP. He hasn't lost a game in 18 weeks.
get a rash. Lord. Anyways, so I don't know. I'm excited for that. It's that awkward 4:05 window, so I don't love that. Like right when the 1:00 games are still going on,
Good
and
finishes.
yeah. But yeah, I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah. Let's say, did you have yours?
I'm gonna go the other way. I'm going. Hopefully, I don't take yours. Ravens Texans 1-3, 1-3. Huge. So kind of opposite of that game.
No Lamar.
Yeah, no Lamar, but still,
Likely no Lamar.
Ravens have a pretty easy schedule coming up, and they need to get a couple wins with if Lamar's out for 3 or 4 weeks. Then they still need to win a couple without him. And this is one of those. And then same thing for the Texans. The Colts. I thought they were gonna look like frauds this past week, and they held their own and almost won the game. So good for them.
Yeah. Yeah, no. I think this isn't the game I'm going to go with, but upset alert. Broncos-Eagles will be interesting because I think that at some point the Eagles need to lose something. Like, it's going to happen. They're not going 17-0, right? Like, they're going to need to lose
Can you
something.
imagine if they did and we were a year early on the bet?
Pissed.
It's like the Eagles.
AJ Brown's about to go off too.
I think that every week.
I'm
Eagles
cooking up a
pass.
same
But
game
don't they
parlay.
don't you got Sutton on it? Will he follow?
Sertan. Maybe.
Oh yeah, sorry.
No, you're good.
I would think he would.
Yeah, probably. Still.
Yeah. I don't know. I just think the Eagles' pass offense has struggled mightily, just like they did last year up until the Super Bowl.
Because their quarterback
yeah.
limits them.
Yeah, and like honestly, like the
Don't know why. It's so freaking hard for people to understand.
the Broncos' defense, in my opinion, is pretty good at stopping the run. They're not like
Maybe he's just
maybe the
Brady.
best, but like they're good at it, and so
Shut
like
up.
I think this will be an interesting
Yeah.
one.
He doesn't go off, but he wins. He's just Brady.
Yeah, but the game I'm actually looking forward to the most, because of the injured designation going away, I think today he practiced fully. Commanders Chargers, I think it's going to be a good one. That could be game of the week.
Daniels is playing.
Daniels is playing. Terry McLaurin has not been solidified yet, but I would guess that if
Sorry, my boy
Daniels-
Luke McCaffrey's been going off.
yeah.
Luke MC's here.
Yeah, I was gonna say, but if Jaden's playing, I would guess that there's a better chance that Terry's playing, and that makes that a very good game. I think those could be 2 playoff teams, should be 2 playoff teams by the end of the season. I mean, even when your night game on Sunday is Patriots versus Bills, like the game of the week, in my opinion,
That's
could
Sunday
be
night
Commanders
football.
Chargers.
That's
Huh?
Sunday night football.
Yeah.
You're not messing with
Oh,
me?
I'm sorry. Yes, I thought you were saying yes. Bills Patriots is Sunday night football. Chiefs
Serious?
Jags
Yeah,
is
no,
Monday
yeah,
night,
my
dude.
Yeah, but I actually am kind of excited for that.
The
Actually,
Jags have looked good. They've looked decent.
I like it when the Jags are in prime time. I think it's fun.
What are they? They're 3-1. That's crazy. That's insane, actually.
With a close loss to the Bengals, right?
And the Niners,
Yeah, to Jake Browning through 3 picks.
they were close with the Niners this past week, right?
They won. I
Yeah,
guess.
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
It's like it was another close game.
Yeah.
That was the Parker Washington punt
I
return.
think all of their games have been close, right? The Jags won
Week 1
by
no.
5, by 7, by 4, and by 16 in week 1 against the Panthers.
Trevor Lawrence has looked awful.
Yeah, so it's BTJ.
Yeah, I'm blaming. Yeah, they're winning games though.
I'm
all right.
surprised you didn't go with the Niners, considering.
Well, we'll talk about it. You haven't been here in a while, so now what we do after we say what game we're excited about, I do a quick little thing on every game, and we have a little bit. So we just go through the whole slate in like 5 to 10 minutes. So you haven't been here in a while.
Yeah,
so,
it's been a little bit.
We have a system now.
Nice.
Yeah.
Gotta love it.
So we got Rams Niners tomorrow. This one's gonna be fun. These are 2 of my pseudo favorite teams. Love both of the offensive minds. The Niners, I'm conflicted here. I love that McCorkle's back in action. Brock Purdy rushed back too quickly. I said this in the group chat. I think it's apples to apples. What happened with Jordan Love and Malik Willis last year? You have a quarterback who is good, but there are some question marks. He signs a huge contract extension in the offseason. He gets hurt early in the year. The backup quarterback's highly touted bust who is playing well, Malik Willis. This time it's Mac Jones. The starter feels threatened for whatever reason. He just got his bag, so he has some sort of security. He rushes back from injury and does not play or look like himself because he is in fact still hurt. Mac Jones, he's back in the lineup, but Ricky Pearsall's out.
So is Juwan Jennings.
Yeah, so Kendrick Bourne going to be wide receiver 1. That's not great. Christian McCaffrey, big game for him. I do like that. Yeah.
He said he's RB1 in fantasy. There's a reason for that. He might have 14 receptions tomorrow.
I'd be all for it. CMC and AJ Brown, I'm betting hard on them this week. But yeah, it should be a good game. I don't even know who I'm gonna cheer for, to be honest, because both of these teams have arguments to being my second favorite. Then the international series. I did not realize when the schedule came out how long the international series is. I like it. 9:30 a.m. We're getting football for 13 hours straight. Cleveland, Minnesota. Is it a good game? No, not at all.
It'd be fun. I wouldn't say it's good, but it could be fun.
I guess. Yeah, the Vikings aren't bad. They're going to be hot and cold all year, I think.
That scoreline at the end of the Steelers-Vikings was misleading.
Yeah.
It was 24-6, basically, is what the final score should have been.
And I think they're going to have crappy games like they did against Pittsburgh, but then they're going to have other games where I think they just completely blow out the team like they did against Cincy.
Did the Browns get screwed over with the schedule?
Yeah, 100%.
Then they play Steelers.
You typically get a bye after you come from London.
Not play a team that had a bye after playing in London against a team that is already there.
Yeah,
that's kind of crazy.
Yeah, they did get screwed. But Dylan Gabriel, I'm excited. We still have to read Naples rants, but I don't know. I think Dylan Gabriel would be fine.
I want to butt in real quick here.
Go for it.
I'm very excited to see Dylan Gabriel's passing chart next week because I think we've talked about this in years past. It is one thing that I will never understand is how teams. So like looking at the Giants, right? Like look at Russell Wilson's passing charts and then Jackson Dart's the first time. You know they're gonna simplify it, but it works. Why aren't you simplifying that for? Like I get your like Russell Wilson go ball out and win us the game. It's like that doesn't work. A rookie comes, they go 13-20. Okay, he wins a game. It's like just do that with Russell Wilson. Why I don't understand that at all. It's like setting them up for failure. Again, Dylan Gabriel's probably going to go like 12 of 17 this week with like 8 screen passes probably. But like if it works and they keep it low scoring, which they should be trying to do every single week, then why weren't they doing that with Flacco?
Hey, get Judkins like 8 receptions. That'd be great for me in fantasy.
I could see that.
I'm expecting a lot of receiving to come out of the backfield.
It's going to happen.
Yeah, but I got him in round 18 of a redraft.
So that was just my little rant for today.
No, I think that's smart. I also do, playing devil's advocate, I think that it's a short-term solution because you can't deke and dunk all your way.
There needs to be complexity.
When you're the Browns, you should not be throwing like. I think that they should. I think the Browns should dink and dunk 24/7. Milk that clock, let the defense rest a little bit, and then let them eat.
On Joe Hayden and James Harrison's podcast, where they were talking about a Dick LeBeau defense and how like when you came in there for the first year, there was no chance you were playing, and it didn't matter how talented you were, because if you're playing a true fire zone, you don't understand it. You can't fully understand it, and they're not going to put you in a situation where you don't understand it or dumb it down for you, because then the defense doesn't work as well as it should, which is what's happening with the Steelers defense now. Is they've dumbed everything down from what Dick LeBeau did to simplify it so that you can put these players in and play. They're not expendable players. They're versatile players because like it's simplified. Mm-hmm. And so like the more complex the scheme, the better it should be when executed properly. Look at Kyle Shanahan. His scheme is looked at as one of the most complicated with like the verbiage and different things like that. When it's flowing, it's the best scheme in the league. It's like the more complexity for the right things that you have in the game, the better the scheme is, in my opinion. But also you need tenure because, you have a guy who comes in for the first year. It's like, sometimes in a situation like, Mac Jones has to be thrown into the fire. So,
according to ChatGPT, so take it. Over the years, teams play like 30% cover 3 and like 12-13% cover 2 in comparison. Like I think teams are okay with bend but don't break. I think it's getting more that way.
Mm-hmm.
Like it is, make that team go down the field because offenses and receivers can be so dominant that like if you don't put a lid on it, then you might give up some quick scores. So I do think, I don't know, I would like to see some more West Coast offense today than.
Do you think that the bend but don't break, I think that ties into what older quarterbacks like Brady, like Manning, Roethlisberger's even said it, like offenses aren't as advanced as what they used to be. Quarterbacks aren't asked to do as much, especially mentally.
Hospital balls.
Yeah, you don't have to.
For flags.
You don't have to read the
Partially.
defense anymore. I think that's a part of it because defensive coordinators know, hey, eventually we're going to be able to trip this guy up.
Right.
So
Especially in the red zone.
yeah, he's going to make a mistake.
I was just talking about whenever, like, Tom Brady last year or the year before said something about, like, if they were playing the Ravens, like, he's not throwing the ball to Wes Welker over the middle of the field even if he's wide open because he knows he's going to get decapitated by Ray Lewis.
And then
So
your
it's like-
guy's out for the game.
Yeah. Now it's like the schemes are so simplified. If somebody's open, you better throw the ball because the other three receivers are all covered.
Yeah.
Texans, Ravens, Eli, you talked about that. Two teams that we were super high on. Just kind of as a in general, both
Ravens, yeah. I did not like the Ravens.
okay.
So we're-
But in general,
1-3. Oof.
1-3 versus 1-3. One of those teams is going to be in deep crap. Especially if it is really actually either one of those teams. I was going to say especially if you're Baltimore, but really Houston, they can't start off 1-4 with the way Indy and Jacksonville have been looking. We got Miami, Carolina. Yikes, that's a cover your eyes kind of game. Miami though, you have a chance to build some momentum. Played really strong the last couple of weeks. Sadly, this seems like a game where Carolina just outplays them, similar to what happened a couple weeks ago.
I was kind of surprised Miami's favored.
Yeah,
I thought this would be like, oh, it's a home game. Like, the Saints are favored over the Giants because it's in New Orleans. I thought it'd be similar.
Are they the only own 14? The Saints?
Jets.
The Jets are too.
Titans.
Oh, yeah.
Titans.
The Titans are as well, yeah. Jeez.
Vegas Colts. That one's going to be fun. Indy, they're going to be playing in the early window. That's something that's been getting a lot more attention, both in college football and the NFL. West Coast teams playing at super early time. I think Indy's Central Time, so that at least bodes well for them. But still, that's
I mean, it's still 1 o'clock Eastern either way, whether it's played in Central or East.
yeah, good point. So, Dallas Jets. I love how bad the Jets are. I do.
I mean,
No, they're bad. And
That run from Justin Fields was so pretty.
Aaron Glenn has to win
Quarterback, but it was
games
such a nice
because you can't have the Bill Belichick, Bill Parcells style and lose games. You lose a locker room so fast. We've seen it with McDaniels twice, Patricia, Eric Mangini. So I don't know.
I mean, they're not winning this week.
You think Dallas wins
Yeah.
on the
I
road?
think Dallas is.
I do too, but I don't think that's
right
like
now, in
a-
my opinion.
It's
I didn't get to watch the whole game. I
Sure.
only got to watch the highlights. But like Dallas's offense looked like they didn't skip a beat not having CD out there.
I love how bad the Jets are. I don't know. Denver, Philly. We talked about that one. That one's going to be fun. I think that Denver. We were panicking about Denver a little bit the way they started the season, plus what expectations were. I think that you look at their losses, Indy especially. That loss has aged pretty well for Denver. The fact that Indy's 3-1 and played the Rams super tightly. If AD Mitchell doesn't make a couple of boneheaded plays, they probably
That's
win.
ridiculous.
Surprised none of us said he was the loser of the week.
Yeah, that's
He had a rough one.
So
He took accountability for it.
But
Did you
he
see
just-
that report?
it doesn't matter, dude.
He
That
came
is
in for-
nuts.
I get it, but he's young. He's like.
That's
I'm a
like-
fan.
that's-
I'm a fan.
no,
that's
so I'll
day-
say that first and
that's
foremost.
day
I'm a
one.
fan of
That's
him.
you
day
are,
one
but that's
team
fine.
shape.
Like, we would frickin' howl at a middle schooler if he did that.
Oh yeah.
That's
100%.
not
As we
like
should. Rake him over the coals, dude. I'm not saying
It
don't
shouldn't
do
be
that.
close.
I'm just saying let's.
like
Let's
high and
not, like,
high and
throw in the
tight
towel.
run through the end. Like
Yeah.
no, I don't know how that is something that still happens. There's so much in the NFL that is out of your control. Something so simple. After what was a great play by him, I don't. It's inexcusable. Like There are
And
some
he didn't
things that
grip
you
the ball
should.
before he put the ball out to cross the end zone. Like he should have done in the first place. But secondly, he didn't have a good enough grip and dropped it. It's not like he was like doing high knees like prime or anything like that. He just dropped the ball.
Like, because something
He
similar.
didn't even do anything cool.
Yeah, like he literally
Yeah.
just dropped the ball. He
Something
was like drop it.
when you fumble the ball, like reaching for the pylon, and like every once in a while somebody will like take it on the chin for that and be like, oh, like if you're that close to going out of bounds, keep the ball because you know it's gonna fumble and go out of the end zone. It's gonna be a touchback.
All right.
That I'm like, like I don't mind them reaching for the ball. When you have like the Deshaun Jackson, like you're dropping the ball as you go across the line, that is stupid.
Yeah,
That like that's inexcusable. I think he deserves all of it, and he should get more of it.
So I posed this question in our message, and you responded, and I don't disagree. The fumble interception thing.
Mhm.
So if a quarterback is beyond the line, right, it's going to be a flag if they throw it.
Yeah.
If it's picked off, what's the difference between that and you're doing a bunch of laterals and then somebody throws it forward? If you're beyond the line of scrimmage, would that be a fumble? That's a fumble, right? If somebody
Similar
illegally,
pass.
right, it's like time's run out, people are throwing backwards, and then somebody throws it forward. It's caught by the other team, ran back for a touchdown, so they
Right.
want to decline the penalty. That'd be a fumble recovery technically, right?
Correct. Yes.
So isn't that the same case as if a
I think
quarterback
that
is over the line of
There's a
scrimmage?
difference between a forward pass and a forward lateral, I think, is how it would be. So a forward pass comes from like initially behind the line. Forward lateral, so like I think that there's a difference there.
What if the
in
quarterback's
verbiage.
10 yards down the field and still throws a forward pass and it's intercepted? Is that a fumble or an interception?
He's getting benched. is
All right,
what it
5
is.
yards.
5 yards. That's
Like
happening.
there can't be a well, if it's 2 yards it's a fumble, if it's 5 yards it's a pass, or vice versa. You know what I
I
mean?
think it would still be considered an illegal forward pass,
So an interception?
an interception because it's still considered a pass. Illegal forward pass, right? So because it's a pass, it gets intercepted.
So what if I throw the ball to my receiver backwards, he runs up past the yard and then throws a forward pass? It's like one of those screens, like back to the
I think
quarterback.
it depends on the play design. Like
Nah,
you-
they
you're not-
wouldn't-
you're
I
not
don't think you
supposed
can
to-
do that though.
Our,
Like, there's gotta be
viewership just went from 18 to 2.
I just want to know what I like those little goofy rules. Like, what is that?
Yeah, well, so with that, like
It doesn't
the
matter, but,
referees are not supposed to measure intention, especially with like.
But that's not even the referee. That's like a statistician.
Yeah, I guess that's true. Yeah, but
Like, the ref
even
doesn't
with,
care
like,
if it's a fumble or an interception. It's the other team's ball. Period.
Yeah. With intentional grounding, they're not supposed to measure whether. Oh well, his
All right.
intent is to get all the way there. He just couldn't. You're not supposed to measure that.
Next question. Quarterback is 3 yards down past the line, spikes it. Defense recovers it.
Fumble.
Spikes it.
Then what? Then what's the difference?
What do you mean?
Isn't that an illegal forward pass? So how is that not an
Because he's past the line. Of
So what if
scrimmage,
so if he
though.
chucks it at somebody and they catch it, it's an interception. But if he spikes it on the ground, it's a fumble. You know what I mean?
Gosh.
But
Wouldn't
why
they
would he-
both
why
be a
would he
fumble
spike
then?
it?
I'm just saying
He's speaking in pure
because
hypothetical.
he's about to
Yeah.
get hit. He thinks
In
he's behind the
situations
line
that
of
wouldn't
scrimmage,
happen.
and he's like,
Well,
and
they
he
don't
spikes
rule-
it, but he actually is past the line of scrimmage, but he thinks he isn't.
So they don't have rules for it because it's they would be. Would it be intentional grounding because he's past the
No,
line
it's
of
a
scrimmage?
fumble.
He's past the line of scrimmage, so it's a fumble. It's like it's the
So
same.
if I throw it
It's
at
the
you,
same
do the
thing as a
same
running
thing, it
back
would be a
spiking
fumble
a football.
recovery,
I get that.
right? Wouldn't that be a fumble recovery for the DB?
Well, and so whenever
I changed
this-
my mind. I'm not hiring you.
This is fun. Isn't this fun? I love talking
So
about
this might be
like-
one of the things that you kind of alluded to already, but like if a quarterback has an illegal forward pass, like they're past the line
Yeah.
of scrimmage and they throw it, and the ball lands in bounds, you should be able to recover it because it's a fumble.
Right. Yeah.
That's an interesting perspective
Dude.
because that's technically a fumble.
And
They're
that's
past the
happened
line of
before,
scrimmage,
and they
and that's
just
a
they
fumble.
just say incomplete.
I never thought
That's
I'd say
cheap.
this, but let's hear what Naples has to say.
No,
That
dude,
was-
that's
actually a
a-
crazy take. That's a
'Cause
crazy
that's
take.
probably
That should be a
happened before,
fumble.
and they just rule incomplete, and then they throw a flag. As a coach, I'd be livid. I'd be like, "That's a live ball. What if the running
They're
back
never
did
going
that?"
to do it to a quarterback because they love quarterbacks, but that's
Right.
that's a legitimate one. Like they both are, but like
These
that's
are fun.
That's
And a legal
Oh.
forward pass should be a fumble, period. Because it's a fumble. If another position player
That's
does
valid.
it,
That's
then it's a
valid, dude.
fumble.
all right.
All right,
We ran through these.
Yep.
We want to each take turns, like like read through one of his overreactions?
Yes, yeah. Eli's gonna have to pass me his phone though since I'm recording.
That's fine.
All right, number 1, Packers stink. I know I'm nuts with Herbert. I know that the Packers didn't look great, but he's dying on that hill.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And next up, think it's safe to say Steelers are winning the division, which we've already talked about.
Yeah,
Mhm.
but I don't know if it's safe to say. It's just their favorites. What is the? I wonder what those odds are.
He said crazy amount of blown knees and blocked kicks. So I mean, we kind of touched on it already with.
Talking about Tyreek and Neighbors, probably.
Yeah, I think so. But we talked about it early with the
What was
MetLife
injury?
Stadium.
Who?
Oh, Joel.
High
It
ankle
was
sprain. High ankle sprain, right?
yeah.
I think it was a high ankle sprain.
Something right.
And then block kicks. He mentioned that too. Is like it's got to be on. If it's not
There's gotta
already
be something
past like
going
how
on.
many we've had for like this point in the season, it's got to be like on a historic pace for how many block kicks we've had.
Like, remember that one? Remember when people started doing that thing where they'd have like somebody flying from the side?
Mm.
It's almost like there's got to be something going on, but
Yeah,
this
the
is
towel.
more
You know who
inside
came
stuff.
up with that?
Bell, good Belichick, and
That's
was
why
it
I mean,
Anzalone that they sent in with the long blonde hair? When they, no, it wasn't Anzalone. Who was it?
It was
It
a
wasn't,
DB, I think.
Yeah.
Was it? I was gonna say Barrios, but that's not.
No, it was, they're like outside linebacker type guy.
It was a white guy, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was a
talking
white guy
about
with long
Winovich?
blonde hair. Winovich, thank you, Chase
Oh,
Winovich.
yeah.
I'm pretty sure it's Chase Winovich.
Dang, I forgot about him.
Yeah. Next one, yeah, the fantasy football has been so out of whack this year. Where are all the big name receivers?
Sounds like he's struggling.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
It sounds like he's alluding to Jamar Chase laying an egg
Yeah,
against me,
yeah.
but
Well, that's interesting because I'm sure you saw it. Like my fantasy team in that the big money league.
yeah,
I had, like
ridiculous.
I have running back 1, running back 2. I have Amari Hampton who's RB 11.
Did you
and then I
trade
have
or did you just
receivers.
get that?
I drafted all
Because
that.
my first thought when
Yeah.
you sent me that is like I should have just done that.
Yeah.
League.
Well, no, so I picked 7 of 10. And so I picked CMC in the first round because I'm like, he's a fantasy god. Regardless of how their team does or stats, whatever, like it's always going to look good for him on paper. And then I got Puka in the second, so 6 picks later. And then I got James Cook in the third. Like I didn't, by the end of the third round, there were 6 quarterbacks taken. And so I waited until round 11
Better
to get
hope
Justin Herbert.
Cooper's
Like,
preppy boys pay up.
Oh, they will.
Yeah.
Probably.
That's what I
Yeah,
should.
Mommy and Daddy.
Honestly, what I should have done is I should have asked you if you wanted to co-manage the league with me
There you
to
go.
limit my loss. That's what I should have done. Like I'm doing one of my dynasties.
Mahomes is officially back, and when Rice is back, this offense will be among the top.
Not a crazy take. I don't know that Mahomes has ever gone. Like I think their offense is struggling, but like we've been saying this for years. Like Mahomes needs a number 1 target, and right now I don't think Travis Kelce can handle everything on his shoulders like he did in the past. Like
Yeah.
they got rid of Tyreek Hill, and like they haven't had a real, true number 1 receiver. As much as I might say, every time Tyquan Thornton does anything, I say to you guys like, yeah, I knew it. Like. But at the same time, it's like they need a true number 1 receiver, and I don't even think Xavier Worthy is a true number 1
No,
receiver.
he's not.
I said this before the draft. I think A.D. Mitchell is going to have a better career than Xavier Worthy is, and so like maybe it's still not proven, but like they're both very talented guys.
A.D. Mitchell has the chance to be a number 1. Worthy's never going to be a 1.
Yeah, he's a gadget
Yeah.
guy. Like if as long as they use him properly, that can be good. But like they need a true number 1 X receiver.
Rasheed Rice is the number 1.
I mean,
He is.
yeah, when he's not getting in trouble.
So, once again,
Almost
scum
killing-
human being.
Almost
so.
killing 8 people, whatever that might be. So.
Free 4.
Or they need an actual real, like 3 down back. Like I don't dislike Pacheco.
Alvin
but, like,
Kamara is getting traded to the Chiefs. Guarantee it.
that would be
Guarantee
scary.
it. I feel so strongly about it. That I feel strongly about, and then Joe Brady being hired to be the Bengals' next head coach. Although I'm
I can see that.
him
one.
reuniting with Burrow, I'm still going to be pushing John Gruden to Cincy
Yeah.
because the Dayton connection, somewhat local,
Yeah.
and then Nick Saban just because I've been on that one. But
Yeah.
those 3 guys, if Cincy doesn't hire one of those 3 guys, they're stupid.
I know it's still a crazy thought, but I mean, with the Saints being 0-4, Olave to the Steelers makes way too much sense, especially with an injury to Calvin Austin. Like,
What are you giving up though? I'm still very much of the mindset I want to hoard those draft picks.
yeah, I think right now you have up to 5 third-round picks right now. I mean, Russ got benched, so it's really it's 4.
Most Russ can go is a 4.
Right. Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah. And
that's-
so right now you're looking at 4 third-round picks this coming season. You got one for George Pickens, and you're likely going to get one for Justin Fields. And then
So where's that extra one coming?
Dan Moore Jr.
Is that a third?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because he got $20 million a year.
Okay.
So that's a third.
Yeah, you're right.
And then Justin Fields is up to a third. You got a third for George Pickens. And so you have 3 from...
I'm gonna have to root for Justin Fields to stay healthy.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And so you have 4 third-round picks pretty much guaranteed at this point. Because I would assume that Justin Fields is playing the whole
But
season.
I don't want to
again,
give
it's-
up a third for him. Like,
You wouldn't give up a third for Chris Olave?
no, I don't think so.
I would. I don't know. I think he's a great route runner. I think he's got good hands.
It's
And
hard
he's not
for
gonna
receivers to come in and make a difference right away.
Yeah, but who are you going to get in the draft next year or in the trade who's even comparable to him?
I don't know, somebody. There's always somebody. Like,
Yeah.
even the weakest draft classes, we gaslight ourselves into thinking there's somebody.
Like
Each
Daniel
and-
Manor, who's apparently the best receiver in this draft class. So
Yeah.
other than Emeka Egbuka, but
Yeah. It's so I don't know. There'll be somebody. I'm very much of those are all lottery tickets. We have 12 lottery tickets right now. Let's scratch off every single one of those.
I mean, they are trading some of their draft picks to move up in the
No,
first round
no,
next year. to get a quarterback.
no.
They
We're
are.
not even going to
I
speak that into
promise you
existence.
they
Why?
are.
Your
I
boy.
promise you they are, man.
Which one?
Dante.
No, don't trade up for a quarterback. Same thing with what I just said. There's always somebody that we're going to gaslight ourselves into thinking is amazing. So Dante Moore, yeah, I am all in on the Dante Moore train. I've been in on it. But with that said, I was all in on the Jackson Dart train last year. Like, there's always
Jackson
going
Dart
to
looks like a dog
I agree. He also threw for 100 pass yards. So
and a touchdown.
it's almost like a Jalen Hurts stat line. So
Hey, and Jalen Hurts is top 5. And Jalen Hurts is top 5.
Jalen Hurts won a
Super Bowl MVP.
yeah, so did
Hasn't
Nick
lost in
Foles
18
turned
weeks.
over. Yeah. So I would have loved if the Steelers drafted Dart. Not really, because I would have thought they would have ruined him like they did Pickett. And I would love if Dante Moore's a Steeler, especially because out of Pickett, Dart, and Dante Moore has the most live arm and is probably the best athlete. But there's going to be somebody else. There's no reason to trade up. Trading up is stupid. You trade back. You get more lottery tickets. That's the way to do it. When you trade up, you wind up with Broderick Jones when you could have had Christian Gonzalez and Brian Branch. Yeah. I do love Dante Moore, though. You are correct. I am all in, and he is going to make me a good load of money if he ends up winning the Heisman, which right now he is the favorite to do so.
Where is he?
Oregon. Dude is a beast.
Oh, yeah. Or he was, yeah.
He's poised.
Mhm.
Good athlete. Good arm. He's mature.
Yeah.
The thing that everybody keeps on coming to. So, a little background. So, we are getting our college football talk.
There you
Okay?
go.
So, and correct me if any of this is wrong, but I think I have the story down. 5-star quarterback committed to Oregon. He flips to go to UCLA with Chip Kelly.
Okay.
So, huge story. Kind of reminiscent to Dylan Raiola's flipping from Georgia to Nebraska.
What year is he? Sorry.
He is a
Redshirt
redshirt sophomore. Sounds right.
Okay. So he
And-
could come out in this
Maybe
next
redshirt
draft.
junior.
Correct.
Okay.
I don't think he will,
Yeah.
but he could. Yeah. Especially if the quarterback draft class is as weak. Like Sellers sucks. Lagway sucks. Allard.
Redshirt sophomore.
So.
Yeah.
He struggles his freshman year. He's in and out of the lineup. Doesn't really work out. This is also Kelly's last year at UCLA.
Mhm.
Kelly obviously leaves for Ohio State.
Mm-hmm.
Dante Moore, he's a 5-star quarterback, so everybody wants him in the transfer portal. He chooses to go to Oregon, sit behind Gabriel. So he does like the most unthinkable thing for a 19, 20-year-old to do. Like he
Mhm.
chooses to ride the bench
Yeah.
for at least a year. And then he obviously took that chance to grow, and he's looking like everything that he was promised to be once he was recruited. So, yeah, I'm a huge Dante Moore guy, and I think he would look great in the black and yellow. So,
I have to watch some highlights.
so do we have any more Naples takes? Go.
That was just the Dylan Gabriel sucks, and yeah, he'll go off on it next week,
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, Dylan Gabriel.
which is gonna be funny if they win,
Oh yeah, they're gonna.
because he's gonna be
No, it's-
showing up in a Gabriel jersey.
It's not going to be funny because he's going to try and say that that's what he said all along. This is what he does. He says one thing, and then if
man.
he's proven wrong, he tries to just gaslight everybody else and be like, "This is why I said that."
I'm a Browns fan, but I've never been more of a Browns fan. Like, I'm already a Browns fan.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't really care that much.
Yeah.
I'm extra rooting for the Browns this week. One, because I think Shedeur looks like a clown, and I want Dylan to look good.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want it to be like, all right, Dylan's bad. Now we have to start the guy that was just childish.
Mm-hmm.
And then obviously because of Naples.
What would be more satisfying though? Dylan Gabriel playing well and Shedeur not seeing the field, or Shedeur seeing the field and then
Sucking.
having a meltdown like Johnny did his first NFL game? Johnny Manziel was atrocious.
I think Dylan, like, actually maybe being a resolution would be more fulfilling, because it's like Shedeur didn't
it
want to
also
go.
makes you look like an actual Browns fan instead of.
And yeah, then the Browns are good. Like, I
Yeah.
do want them to be good.
Yeah.
But and then Shedeur looks like even more of a clown for passing up on other teams too.
And there's
forever
always
sit
going
behind.
there's always going to be apologists for.
Well, that's how we should have
Shedeur.
started the podcast.
Yeah.
We definitely should have.
We had a pretty chaotic start to the podcast
Yeah, you
anyway.
have to
so-
make sure you watch it back.
Yeah.
It's pretty ironic.
Like, even if Shedeur sucks and has a meltdown, there are going to be people like Trey Wingo being like, "This is the media's fault. We were mean to him." So, but while we were talking, I did think I want to talk about the college coaches segment. So what we're gonna do, even if it's just you and me, at some point, whenever the firings seem to be more stable, then we'll rank all of them.
Yeah, I'm guessing
We'll
there'll
wait.
be a couple more in the next couple weeks.
Florida, Wisconsin, they're
Yeah.
coming up here. Some group of 5 probably with like
Fickle, dude. It's crazy.
UAB, Kentucky, Stoops maybe.
You think Marcus Freeman's gonna end up in the NFL as a head coach?
I could see it.
Yeah, I feel like he fits the
He's got the
NFL
CEO
prototype
type
for.
for sure.
I feel like he fits that prototype for what the NFL's looking for. He's
such
young.
He's
He's
a fun dude.
yeah.
Oh well, all right. Here's a fun conversation. What college coaches right now could, one, get an NFL opportunities, 2, succeed? Because it's not as simple as just saying the best college coach. Because Matt Campbell and Pat Fitzgerald are 2 college coaches that recently came to mind. Ryan Day is an interesting one.
I was literally just about to say Ryan Day.
Here's why. He is more X's and O's than your typical elite college football coach.
Yeah.
He was the quarterback coach for Philadelphia
I still think he's calling plays at Ohio State.
when Carson Wentz was there.
Yeah.
So the fact that he has NFL coaching experience, which in the NFL you actually coach, you don't just recruit and play. I could see Ryan Day, especially.
I like him a lot, mainly because he followed up Urban. Like, he's so much more of a likable guy. But he is a whiner.
Is he?
He is a whiner.
You think he's likable?
More like
I don't know if he's
I
likable.
loved him after Urban, but this is to my point. He is such a whiner. Like, I like him less and less. I liked him a lot after Urban
But
because I hated
Most
Urban.
coaches are.
No,
whiners.
he is in like the
Harbaugh's
Jim
John.
Harbaugh, dude.
John whines about everything.
Do you remember the bad lip readings for the NFL?
Yeah.
Those YouTube videos are like. The one that always sticks out in my mind is Jim Harbaugh on his sideline. He's like, "I want cake now. I want it now." Like, always
Yeah.
complaining to the rest
The
of
Harbaughs are whining. I think that Ryan Day makes a lot of
Asperger's.
sense. Especially, you're always going to be able to get a college job. Like, it's hard to leave the NFL for a college coaching job because you probably won't ever get back. Jeff Heffley, he was an interesting one. He leads Boston College to their best season in a while. He aborts and heads to Green Bay to be their defensive coordinator. He can get a college job tomorrow if he wants. But since he made that move to the NFL, now he's going to be in the NFL coaching cycle. And Boston College head coach compared to an NFL head coach, it's not competitive.
Yeah.
So I think Marcus Freeman and Ryan Day are a couple. James Franklin could not.
I was literally just
Could
about
not.
to bring that up
He
as a
would
joke.
be awful. Lincoln Riley, I think, is an interesting one.
I was gonna say, why am I blanking on his name from Clemson? Dabo Sweeney.
No, he
I
could
didn't
not.
think so, yeah.
Similar to one, the age, but also similar to Franklin. What makes him such a great college coach? It doesn't translate.
Lanning's
to
got
that.
the Dan Campbell energy, the coked up. Dan
Lanning
Campbell energy.
and Dillingham, I think, are interested. Do you know them, Josie?
I know Lanning. I don't know.
So
Dillingham.
Oregon
Arizona
and
State.
Arizona State, both
Arizona State.
super young guys, like
Yeah.
low 30s. But they both have energy. They're also like ridiculously smart. So those are two where it would either work out excellently or it would be terrible. They would be wild cards, but I could see it. I think Lincoln Riley, because of the X's and O's factor,
Sark has good X's and O's, but I could only see him being like an OC in the NFL.
which he has been an OC.
And people are crapping on his X's and O's. He has like, because of Arch isn't looking good, his screen game, 90% of the screens that you like, the newer, cooler screens that you see in the NFL even are like from, like he's a revolutionary in the screen game. Like those spinner screens where you like fake the running back, like where your quarterback turns, that's like all Sark.
I think Kiffin's interesting. We've seen it in the NFL before, and it was awful.
He's too good for the college drama.
I agree, and I don't want him to leave college.
He wouldn't be able to stay out of the NFL drama, and I feel like as a coach that doesn't work out in the NFL.
What about the dude from, I think I mentioned with you and you didn't like him, but from Miami, Mario Cristobal.
He's an O-line guy, so it's like,
like
O-line guys I think are
Was it you that was talking to me saying like you didn't?
Maybe. I don't remember that conversation, but I agree. I don't think I think he's an awesome college coach. Kirby Smart, another one, awesome college coach. Like, I think Nick Saban, if he did get a second chance, I'm still hoping he does get a second chance and wants to pursue it. Nick Saban, I think, would be good in the NFL. I don't think Kirby Smart could do it. That's Georgia.
Because I'm thinking about like
Michigan, Sherman Moore. Nope.
Yeah. I mean, teams that are going to need new head coaches, like obviously they're talking about the Tennessee Titans, but they're not going to take the best guy. They're going to take a guy who's only going to be there for 3 years and then move on from him because that's literally their MO. They let go of one of the better coaches in the league just because they wanted to. Like, is Brian Callahan going to get another job?
Have you heard what I've been saying on TikTok? What's more embarrassing, the fact that they fired Mike Vrabel for Brian Callahan, or the fact that they doubled down on it and chose him to coach what they believe is a generational talent in Cam Ward? I don't know which decision was worse.
Yeah.
Matt Campbell is an interesting one for Iowa State.
He's been rumored for a while.
What are his X's and O's, though? That's the thing.
Couldn't tell you.
But, like, it's a good program builder, similar to the Jeff Heffley story with Boston College. If he's producing some crazy good seasons for Iowa State, you give him NFL talent. You give him NFL talent.
Matt Campbell.
Oh,
he played D-line, but he is an O-line. He was an O-line coach turned OC.
Here's one. I'm surprised this one hasn't come up. Prime. You don't think? Yeah, I think he's one of the rare examples where he might be better.
He'd have Shedeur on his team in 2 seconds, and they'd be wuss.
He'd trade away 3 first-round picks for Shedeur immediately.
No.
He'll be if they ever did.
I think he would be a better NFL coach than
Travis. They would trade everything for him and Trav.
But if they ever did an expansion team, I could see them maybe doing like a prime thing. But I don't think prime fits
the moment that there's an expansion.
The
moment there's an expansion team led by Prime is the moment I compare the NFL to the WWE.
All right.
That's crazy.
Am I wrong?
I mean,
expansion team led by Prime.
That would be,
I'm trying to think. Are we missing?
I mean, they'd be on Hard Knocks.
Oh, 100%. They would They would literally have their own TV show.
They'd have their own network.
Yeah. See, I don't think Prime fits what owners, GMs want.
And the newer stuff is like the hard-ass Dan Campbell stuff, and that's not.
Yeah.
I'm not saying Prime's not.
I'm not saying he's not a good coach. I'm just saying, like, I don't think he's an NFL coach.
I mean, he's been strong.
He would surround himself with a good staff.
He would have to, because
he did at Colorado.
Some of his late game management is some of the worst I've ever seen. But yeah, so I would say both of the young guys out west with Dillingham and Lanning are wild cards.
Did you guys see what? Sorry, we were talking about Prime. It's like I think it was Shane Gillis said something about he's like, yeah, Shedeur Sanders' number got retired at Colorado. He's like, he went 12-13 and almost won the Alamo Bowl. So that's definitely credentials for. He's like, people are saying it's nepotism. No, it's not nepotism.
Yeah, that's nuts.
Nothing beats that speech joke with this 4-time WNBA All-Star.
Yep. Classic.
That's actually my friend's wife. I knew none of you knew WNBA players.
She's like, Megan Rapinoe couldn't make it. He's like, yes. He's like, well, we're going to pretend like she's a good time?
Thank goodness she's not around anymore.
Yeah. All right. This has been the second short podcast. Any closing thoughts? Longer episode that we've had.
Legal forward pass, there should be a fumble.
All right.
They should have.
We'll see you next week.